Hi Capricorn, this is Dr. Leona coming in for your weekly reading. This is for the third week of April, April 17th, all the way to the 24th. This does encompass the solar eclipse, so I'm calling this the solar eclipse reading. We also have Mercury going retrograde the very next day, and we have Jupiter making a once in 12-year move into a brand new house. I just saw the Emperor. Did you see that? I did too. I'm doing some intuitive shuffles for you. But of course, I always shuffle up the deck 108 times beforehand. So we have the spirit of love coming in for you with that Ace of, that's your energy right away. I feel like you're really strong here, my beautiful Cappies. I really think so. So I'm feeling like there's someone in your energy also who like embodies this King of Pentacles. There's an ending here. Okay. Scorpio energy right here, 9 of Cups, 2 of Wands, 2 and 9. Capricorn, I know I've shared this with you before, but I do have Capricorn placements. Okay. So there is a relationship coming in for you. I think there's a relationship that's going to end. And I don't know exactly why it's going to end, and I could speculate, but I really don't want to do that given the fact that there's a death card here. So you can decide what that is. There is an ending for you, my beautiful Cappies, coming in, okay? But I also think that there is... There's two people here that are divine counterparts. I don't know if you are one of them. I don't know who this is. This could be a partner. I think this could be a partner, or this could be a partner of yours, and they found someone else. Possibly, right? Now, this isn't for everybody. Don't get upset if you are in a good relationship. I do see a relationship here that goes from sort of being at a bit of a distance, so having physical or emotional distance. Like some people don't really want a commitment. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe you're with someone that's kind of like not wanting a commitment. There's some distance, but it almost looks to me like there's an ending in a relationship there, and that there's going to be another relationship coming in with a person that has fire energy. There is someone here. These two people are divine counterparts. I don't know where you fit into this. I would think of this as you, and you're going to have some victory when it comes to money. Some of you also have a relationship that is codependent. There could be codependency there. There could be addiction there. There could be a few things happening in that relationship that aren't terribly healthy. Just something to note for yourself. Yeah, I do think that Cappy, I don't know what to say here. But I'm a little concerned for you. All right, I'm a little concerned. The last time I saw something like this, it was in a Leo reading for big weekend energy, which I don't do anymore. I did try to pick it up again in 2023 as like a monthly energy reading. But the reason why I can't seem to bring myself to do it is because of this. I did a Leo reading and it was November 19th. And I saw the death card, and I saw something there that someone was going to experience in the collective. Someone in the collective was going to experience an ending, a permanent ending. And I tried to sugarcoat it a little bit because this is a YouTube channel and it's for a collective audience. But I am a psychic and I can see things sometimes that are unpleasant. Sometimes I see great things. Sometimes I see things that aren't great. That very day that I saw the death card for Leo, for the Leo collective, and saw that someone was going to experience a loss, they themselves were going to have a permanent loss. And what ended up happening was a very good friend of mine who I had worked with for over 5 years. We have been friends for, I thought it was, it was 10 years, but it was really more than 10 years. It was more than 10 years that we had been friends. And it was just so, so very sad because I had, with what I do for work, I saw that there was maybe something going on, possibly about a year or so ago. But this person and I had been talking, and I had reached out to them like relatively recently, and they had not responded. And I was, worried, but we don't live our lives thinking that people are going to do the unthinkable. And so, I knew how much he loved his family and loved the work he did and loved, his fans. He was a nostalgia star. And I worked with celebrities for a while. I was in the entertainment industry. And so I was really distraught when I learned later that day that he was gone. And I didn't believe it. It's literally, I was convinced that someone hurt him, and I still think that is what happened. Yeah, I am convinced of that. I just could never see him doing that to himself. But regardless of what happened, he's still gone. And that happened during a Leo reading. And so when I see the death card like this, connected to the devil, connected to this aggressive energy, heading toward a King of Pentacles, that doesn't have to be you. I'm really hopeful it isn't. It's connected to your cards all around, and to distance in a relationship. So it could be the ending of a relationship for some of you. But this Knight of Swords becomes a King of Swords, and that they're headed in your direction. So I don't know what this is. It could be Pisces energy. I don't know. There's Jupiter here. There's 9th house energy, 12th house energy, 8th house energy coming through. Cancer is the 4th house. You have Cancer, Scorpio. You have Sagittarius, Pisces, Aries energy coming through. Your energy is here. There's an energy of wish fulfillment as well. You got some cards here that tell me that there could be a permanent ending in a relationship, possibly one of yours, and that there's someone new coming in. I don't know if they're coming in for you or they're coming in for someone attached to you. That's yet unclear. Yeah, there's definitely a relationship that's coming to an end. But what I love Salvia Dora's quiche deck. This is Salvia Dora's quiche deck. Sal is a fellow reader here on YouTube, and you can certainly check out his channel, Eat, Read, Love. But I'm going to tell you right now that this is two people dead and buried. This is a cemetery. So this is a predictor deck, and I love this deck. There is love here at the bottom. So it could be that someone is walking away from a relationship, but there's 2 gravestones here. So yeah. Now this could be you, right? So perhaps you are walking away from your counterpart. And yeah, there's a betrayal here. There's an ending, a betrayal. Ending of a marriage. It comes in with clarity about money, maybe. There's been a lot of abundance in this relationship. There's been a lot of love. Your ancestors are here with you. But there's also someone else coming in, an emperor. This is Cancerian energy, but it's an emperor driving that chariot. So someone wants to marry you. Either you want to marry someone or they want to marry you, but someone is here looking to get married to you. They are at they want to have a new beginning. They're very nervous about this new beginning. They're stuck in their head. They may see you as pre-Empress energy. I think that's why you're coming out for me as the Queen of Pentacles. So we have two couples on deck here with the King and Queen of Pentacles, the King and Queen of Wands. I think that some of you are leaving a karmic partner for someone that's more passionate. Slowly, someone's making a decision about a marriage. And look at here we go, more earth energy. An emperor is coming for his empress. All right, we're gonna go ahead and clarify some of these cards here, because I would really love to know what's going on. You think this is for you, Cappy. It's really for me, because I need to know what's happening. So it does look like there's an ending coming in for some of my beautiful Capricorns, possibly in a relationship. There is someone moving towards you with kind of aggressive energy. I'm a little worried. I want you to drive real carefully. I want you to just, there's a relationship here. It could be a relationship that's at a distance to start. But there is love at the bottom of the deck. So I do feel like love is coming in for you. And in fact, I can see that there's an emperor coming in for you. You could be the emperor, right? We're going to put down some cards to help clarify. I go pretty far in these readings. And so this is like, I consider it like a little preview of the extended, actually. I'm just going to do a few intuitive shuffles again. I shuffle up all the decks 108 times. And before I even turn on the camera, and I say mantras as I do that. Today's mantra, well, always for Cappy, because your ruling planet is Saturn, or Sani, Shani in Sanskrit. I'm a Vedic astrologer. Saturn right now in Vedic astrology sidereal is in the 11th house in Aquarius. So I like to have, I like to say Om Namah Shivaya for you, because your ruling planet, the Lord of your house, that Shani's godfather, or equivalent of that, is Shiva. And why do I say it in two different ways? When you say it with the soft S, the S sound, that's pretty much a South Indian pronunciation. The sh can be a North Indian, but it also has another layer to it, as most of these things do. When you say Siva, you're bringing the energy of Siva into you, bringing the energy of the universe into you. Shiva, you're putting it out into the universe. You're asking the universe to help someone else. Siva, bringing the energy of the divine into you. Shiva, putting it out into the world. A global prayer versus an individual prayer. This Empress energy, I believe, is your energy. Slowly, you are going from pre-Empress to an Empress. There is this very interesting energy of someone being stuck until that happens. So I don't know. I've seen this in a few of the readings. There could be an Emperor coming in for someone who is not yet single. 10:23 right now on the clock, 14:17. That's an 11:11. I've been getting some very interesting energies here. Yeah, I think there's a new cycle that's about to start for some of my beautiful Capricorns, possibly with an Aries. Some of you have Aries placements, and that's why I'm seeing the Emperor. Taurus placements, possibly with the Empress. That's Venus. You want to look at where Mars and Venus are in your chart, because those are the planets. See how I start leaning to the left? You know why that happens, actually? So I had a brain tumor removed. I'm a brain cancer survivor. very high grade brain cancer. Most people die, and I was given a 2-year prognosis. Why I'm still here, I really can't tell you specifically, except that I turned to the Vedas, and that includes Vedic astrology. It's like an ecosystem, Ayurvedic medicine, meditation, and I'm still here. A 2-year prognosis became the last 22 years of my life. I am disabled. I've got a lot of like issues or whatever, but I'm here. And tonight I came back from a lovely dinner with a really good friend of mine who I've known for so long. He's an absolute wonder, truly a wonder. Saggy energy, but actually in Vedic astrology he would be Scorpio, but that makes a lot of sense. I have Scorpio placements, I have Sag, I have Cappy, and then I've got some Cancer energy there too. Yeah, like prominent placements in those houses. Pisces as well, yeah. A lot of the water signs, because that's part of being psychic. It's one of the things. I'm gonna give it to you. I just turned it over. That was, oh, geez, you guys. The devil is there. I can't wait to continue this reading. There is a lot I gotta share with you. But the Queen of Wands and the Devil have come out yet again for you. It's just a little preview. Our beautiful Heidi Messenger is really one of my very good friends, still is. She passed away in 2019, but thankfully I'm a psychic medium, so she and I can still talk. Same with my friend Jay. There is a lot of messages, and I do feel that energy, messages coming in from the other side. I literally had the strangest thing happen to me today, my beautiful Capricorns. Now that I see this number 51, ooh, I'm getting chills, you guys. This is a message from the other side. And it's 10:26 on the clock, 17:11, 17:12, 17:13, 17:14. Oh boy, there we are. I had the 14:17 before, and it was 10:23, I believe. So interesting. Yep, that would make sense with the timing. Well, anyway, I was having, I was by myself in the house, and we're trying to move things out of the house. We're having big transitions here. And as you know, I'm a NOLA reader, and I'm normally in New Orleans, and I'm not right now because I'm here doing that. Moving things out of a house, you know, getting ready to make a big transition here in this space with family, helping family, and then I'm going back home to New Orleans and I've been working here, and I sometimes do that for work. I travel, and then I get to spend some time with family, and so now part of that is moving stuff. And what's interesting is as we're you know, so I'm home alone, people are moving stuff in and out, and I'm by myself finally, and I'm just resting, you know, sort of literally resting. And I just had like an exhaustion moment. I was just so tired, and I started to cry a little bit, and I was saying something out loud, of course, to the other side, always in a conversation there, and I had said something, and I forget, with those Scorpio placements and Cappy placements, actually, especially with the placements I have there. It's a specific kind of yoga that is powerful. I have to really watch what I say, because it can come true. And so I had said something out loud, and all of a sudden, it felt like a whoosh of air went past me. And I heard the door open. I got up to see, because, you know, people have been coming in and out. I thought maybe somebody was coming, and they, you know, forgot their key, and or something occurred, or that the door blew open, because that can happen. And I get up, and the door is not open. The garage is not open. There's no one here. There's no one in the driveway. It is just me. And then I turn around, and the basement door is wide open. I had just walked by it. It wasn't open. So I don't know what happened today, but there's definitely activity. today. I don't know if you're feeling that, but I think as we get closer to that solar eclipse, more and more strange things are going to happen. And as Jupiter moves across that Gandanta just a few days later between Pisces and Aries, that's moving from the space of moksha, where we're free. That means free, liberated from the bonds, our physical bonds. That means we become spirit. That means we die. That's the last stop in our birth chart, the 12th house, last stop. Going from the 12th house into the first house is being reincarnated. So I feel like there's a lot of energy on the other side of that. There's just like some push coming in. And I do think that if you have children being born this spring and summer and into the fall, some of those children are definitely going to be coming back in through their family line. There are people that had ancestors that are coming back into the family line to help you in some way, to help support the family line. I'm getting a lot of clapping over there, so I think that's happening. Anyway, I'm just getting a lot of this. I don't mean to freak anybody out, and hopefully I'm not, but I really do feel like there's quite a lot happening on the other side at this moment in time. It's really palpable. It's almost at the same level as say like Halloween, and I guess on some level we're heading towards, a Celtic Fire Festival, Beltane, and anytime that we kind of hit those little thin places they're called, we're not quite there yet. But with all of this activity coming up the week of this reading, there could definitely be, you could be experiencing some strange events, we'll say, my beautiful Capricorns. And you do have earth energy, so earth signs, any placement in your chart with earth in it, the karma is dharma, the dharma is karma. That's where I have the Cancer in my chart, by the way, in Capricorn. It's where the disability is too. It's in the chart. We can't escape our fate. We really can't. We have free will. We don't have to move towards things we don't want to move towards. But certain things are karmic. They are things we cannot escape. It doesn't mean that you are bad or that there's punishment. It's a repair. It's to help you repair something. It's not about hurting you or making you suffer. We are not here to suffer. We are here to not just survive, but to thrive. And I say that as a person who has had cancer and who continues to have to deal with that and the fallout of that disability. I have a lot of health problems, and I'm not saying that that was a good thing. It's never a good thing to have to suffer in any way, shape, or form. All we do is suffer. It doesn't really help us. And a lot of people believe, oh, if this didn't happen, I wouldn't be XYZ. Well, that's true. If it didn't happen, you probably wouldn't be as good of a person as you are, because you get some perspective, something that can only happen through experience. Certain energies we can't change unless we experience them. I know, I see that hair. It's driving me crazy too. All right, there it is. All right, we're all set now. This is a lot of it, and that's a good thing. So yeah, I feel like there's something happening right now that's kind of big in terms of the energy. So if you're feeling that too, drop some comments, let me know. In the meantime, I'm going to take us over to Patreon. It's like a playground over there of hundreds upon hundreds of videos, for basically a $10 bill. And if you want to go up a level or two, it's only like $1 in between each level. I see some people doing $3 and then $18. I'm like, oof, that's a big jump for people. That's a big ask too. I feel like that's a big ask. I've paid $30 for a single reading. I'm not lying or joking. I wish I didn't. I regret it today because it didn't actually. I even remember why I did that. It was something that I thought spoke to me so deeply in the initial video on YouTube that it almost felt like a personal reading. Of course, it wasn't. And so when I went over to the extended, I was willing to pay that much money because it felt so connected to me. And then, of course, there was like this wonderful outcome in the extended. But that didn't apply to me because it's a collective reading. It applied to someone in the collective, and I know it did. but it didn't apply to me. And I feel like sometimes we get really like caught up in that. So instead of spending $10 a video, I'm not asking that of anybody. I just can't. It's not fair. It's a collective reading. So instead of asking for $10 per extended video, I'm asking just for $10 for the month. You can watch as many or as little videos as you want in that month. It's all there. You can see every single individual video. If you want to see Vedic astrology videos, you have to go up to VIP level. If you want to see the collective energy readings, which I do about once a week. This week I did 2. I did finance and career, but there's no extended for that because it's a brand new category. I just wanted to test the waters and see what people thought, and they liked it. So I'll do it again, and I'll do an extended the next time. I also just did a brand new category again, the soulmate energy rating for the collective. So that just dropped today. Check that out if you can. That does have an extended because I was called to do that by the other side. There's someone out there desperately seeking that soulmate, wondering where they are and feeling like they're at the end of their rope. And if that resonates for anybody here, please go check out that video. It's good news coming in for someone who is looking for the soulmate to come in. Not necessarily the twin flame, not necessarily true love or any of these other kind of magical ideas that I think are great. And, you know, if you want great sex, watch the Tantric Tarot. They're timeless. I've got timeless tarot as well. Check that out. I mean, there's just a ton of categories for these special collective energy readings that I do. About once a week, I do something new and something different. So check it out anytime you want. The number of videos I produce in a given week is up to 32 or more videos, sometimes 34, depending on my time. And about 12 to 14 end up here on YouTube. The rest end up on Patreon. And I post things all the time. I even put up kind of like a rubric for the month in terms of what to look for with planets. So there's a lot over there on Patreon, not just this extended, and you get all of that for $10, pretty much, right? And you get free birthday tarot readings. Everybody at any level gets that. You get to come into events if you want. I've been limiting, certain ones are for VIPs, but because that's a little bit of a, they're looking for Vedic astrology stuff too. But I'm celebrating 1 year this month. And so anybody that joins Patreon at any level this month can come to that live event that's happening on April 30th at 10 a.m. Central. So it should work for people in other time zones and even across the pond and in other parts of the world. You should be able to come in at a reasonable hour for you, and hopefully you'll be able to join us on that day. I recommend that you join Patreon now or at least 2 days before the event if you want to join me on that event, because I probably won't see that until after the event. And if you want the Zoom invite, I have to be able to know that you've joined. So you can send me an email as well if you'd like to join the event and you aren't interested in joining Patreon. You can send me an email and we can work something out where you can just basically pay a ticket price if you'd like. But this is really a Patreon only event, and I do want to do something for my YouTube family, but I'm still working on how to execute that. So we'll see. I might do like some kind of an event for you. But I don't know exactly what. I'm holding an event already. So come over to Patreon if you want to check that out. It's April 30th, and I do whatever, basically, people that come, you know, I'll spend time with each person. If you want a psychic reading, I'll do that for you. If you want to reach out to a specific person, I'll do that for you. If you want a tarot reading, if you have some kind of a question about a future event, what's going to happen, I can do that for you. You know, if you want to talk about your chart, I'll do that. I mean, you know, it's pretty much whatever, it's the choice of the audience choice. And so it'll be different things, and you can kind of sit back and watch, which I have Patreon soul family members that don't even turn on their video. They just want to be there and listen, and then later they'll send me an email and say, you said this, and when you said that, that was me, that was my family member, and I didn't want to say anything in front of other people. I'm like, wow, that's incredible to me when that happens. I really feel incredibly like happy to be able to connect you to people that you love. So my beautiful Capricorns, this is a little bit longish, but it's only because the other side is prompting me, and our beautiful Heidi was also a tropical Capricorn. So she is really coming in to talk to me about you right now. Let's go over to that extended because there's a lot of information coming in. I want to get it to you. I will talk with you soon. Be safe, not sorry, my beautiful Cappies. Bye now.